Hey guys, this is Daiba here, and the latest news for World of Visions JP has just dropped, telling us what's coming next Tuesday, patch day for World of Visions JP. So first of all, we have a new vision card for Raegen and Raegen, entitled, this name roughly translates to Joint Battle Across Worlds. On top of the new vision card, we also have a bunch of updates. Lucio is getting his level 140 upgrade. There's a bunch of other characters as well, a bunch of new quests. But for now, we're going to talk about the new vision card first. Actually, before we do that, just a quick reminder that I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, and what's happening is after I cross over to the 1,000 subscriber threshold, I'm planning to upload some videos with regards to Wingstern and King Bradley, and of course I'll continue to cover World of Visions JP news like this. So it sounds like, if this sounds like the kind of content you'll be interested in, please, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, ring the notifications bell, and alright, that's it. We're going back to talking about the new vision card. Hopefully that plug wasn't too long. Okay, so back to the vision card. This is a job-based, or rather weapon-limited vision card, and this time it's for the users. It's for sword users belonging to the group of raid mages and others, as well as the sword users belonging to the group of knight and others. And then the third group is gun users. So those three types of users will be able to benefit from the effects for this Raegen and Raegen vision card. And the effects are, the party ability effects are elemental chain resistance up, as well as critical damage up. And when the vision card is maxed at level 99, it will also gain the effect slash resistance up. So overall, it doesn't sound like something that's too strong, but again, this is the first time we're seeing, I believe this is the first time we're seeing elemental chain resistance on a vision card. So it'll be interesting to see if this makes a impact on the meta or not. And then for the bestowed ability, this one is not limited to any job or weapon in particular. As long as you equip this vision card onto the unit, that unit will get the bestowed ability effects of ATK up, as well as area resistance up. Overall, my impressions of this card is that it is probably an easy skip for me. I really don't think the effects are that useful. I mean, elemental chain resistance by itself is kind of a, well, I mean, personally, I feel that it's kind of a niche ability. Of course, I don't know how strong it's going to be without having played against it, you know, in an actual situation. And also, it depends on the number that they attach to this vision card. Obviously, if they're gonna give you elemental chain resistance 100, then obviously this card will be a godsend for a lot of teams, right? But I don't think it's going to be that crazy. So we really have to wait and see how useful this kind of vision card is. And then the other effect as well, critical damage up, I'm not in love with it for sure, because, you know, on top of it being a weapon limited vision card, you're further limiting the benefits of it only to units that can reliably score critical hits on enemies. So definitely don't feel like that is too strong of an effect. If anything, I would really struggle to see in what kind of situations I would actually choose to run this vision card as opposed to so many other good cards you can possibly run, right? The slash resistance on this is pretty nice, but at this point, we really have quite a number of cards that do give 20 or 24 slash resistance, so it's not going to be something that will change anything. We really have to talk about, you know, how much of a impact elemental chain resistance is going to be. So I look forward to seeing what the players in JP are going to cook up, if they're able to actually use this vision card in PvP, but for now, I definitely do think that it's not that great. So like I said, I'll be skipping it, but, you know, just to double check the impact it will have in the game, we're going to go over to WOTV Calc, where I have loaded up all the possible units that can benefit from this vision card. As you can see here, quite a lot of the heavy hitters in JP right now will actually be able to benefit from it. And then of course some of the older units as well. It's definitely an interesting combination of job roles, or rather weapon equipment roles. But I don't know, so far looking at this list, nothing really stands out to me, except for, you know, obviously the people up over here. We're gonna further limit this down by elements. So as you can see, for fire elements, we don't have a team that can reliably run this vision card. For ice, that's where we might actually see this vision card being of some use if you want to run Raegen with Elia, and then the third unit, I guess if you really want to fully benefit from the card, it may be interesting to run Agrius or Nasha as your tank, but I think for the most part, Snow is probably going to still be the better pick. And then for our wind units, we have practically nobody who can make use of this, or rather, I mean, we don't have a full team, so you might want to do something like run Lucio with some other units from other elements. For Earth, I think we can potentially run this team, King Bradley, Rugia, and Noctis. Although it is a bit of a weird combination, and I'm not too sure how that will turn out to be. For Lightning, we do have, of course, Lightning, the main character in Lightning Element, Charlotte, and a bunch of other characters, the strongest unit in the game, Slime. Gonna be interesting to see if anybody using Lightning teams will actually equip this card. As for Water, we have Miranda as Celis, so that might be good enough if you want to combine these units with units from other elements. For Light Team, it actually seems like this vision card might potentially be quite useful if you think that the effects are good enough to run. We do have a number of meta staples right now, Wingstern, Eleanor, Engelbert as well being, you know, the current light meta in JP, although it has to be said that not having Warrior of Light here is a pretty big disappointment, because for a lot of reasons, Warrior of Light is kind of better than Engelbert right now in JP. And then of course Lucio, once he gets his level 140, maybe he'll be enough of a threat to be considered for the light meta teams in JP. Finally, for Dark, unfortunately for Dark, it seems like there's nobody who is current that will be able to benefit a lot from this vision card. All of these are older units that don't really see much play in PvP right now. Now on top of all the units you see here, for global version, there are also 3 global original units that will benefit from this vision card, and they are Sylvie, Summer Jaden, and Lara Croft. Again, even with these included, I don't really see any obvious combinations that would be able to run the card really well, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Maybe in a couple of weeks time, once we get back to regular guild battle, I'll check again to see if somebody in JP is able to actually use the card and do something really deadly with it. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. For now, we are going to head over and talk about our next topic for War of the Visions JP news, and that is the units they're getting their Dream Enhancement and Character Quest 2. So first of all, for Dream Enhancement, this time we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 UR units, as well as 4 MR units getting it. For UR, we have Lucio, June, Valis, Astrius, as well as, how do you say his name, Velric, Eliza, and Shinnok. And then for MR, we have Mariel, Renel, the free Dark unit, Riviel, and Sylma, the free Lightning unit. So we'll talk about this a little more later, but it seems like although we are getting free materials for Lucio to get him to level 140, for Sylma and Renel, even though they are free units in the game, it seems like we will not actually be getting a free MR Antler to unlock their Dream ability. We'll have to pony up our own resources for that. However, they are going to give us quests, or rather there are already quests in the game that exist for you to farm Renel Mind Spirits if you need them, and Sylma, they're gonna give it to us in a new quest that I'm gonna talk about in a bit. Now as for the Master Ability 2, we have 4 units this time getting the upgrade, and they are June, Valis, Astrus, and Rafal, who is the free UR unit for the Ice element, if I believe. I believe she's the Ice element. I could be wrong, but I think she's a selection quest unit, the UR one. So that's it for the units that are getting upgraded this time around. Now, so as I said earlier, Lucio is getting his upgrade for free, and the way that they're going to implement this is through a new EX Quest that will be added to Another Story Chapter 1. It will be available to all players after you've hit level 120 with Lucio, as well as clear this particular quest from Another Story Chapter 1 Scene 5. So as long as you meet those 2 requirements, you will be able to unlock the new EX Quest in 2 difficulties, High Difficulty and Brutal, and through them you will be able to get not only extra Lucio Mind Spears, as well as you will also get basically all the items you will need to take him to level 140. So we're talking, of course, about not just Mind Spears, but also this antler here. And it seems like they designed this particular antler just for Lucio. So he's going to get a special antler. You will not be able to use your regular UR antlers to upgrade him, I believe. You have to come over and finish this quest to unlock the special antler to get him to level 140. Now, one thing I do find interesting is that for Lucio and Lucio alone, it seems like his reincarnations will not require any scrolls at all, which is a huge deal, meaning as long as you have the Lucio Mind Spears, as long as you have enough of them, you can quite easily take him to maximum reincarnation status, which is, I believe, over 80 times. Now, of course, you will still need to use your own, light fragments of thought and light awakening prisms. Those you will not get for free. You will actually have to pony up your own from, across other aspects of the game. But not having to use scrolls for reincarnation is a pretty huge deal, and I think there are quite a number of players who will actually try and take him to maximum reincarnation status. One other thing that's curious though is that it doesn't say here that you will be able to farm for Mind Spears in the EX Quest, which may mean that the number of Mind Spears that they give you in this EX Quest is going to be limited to just enough to get you to level 140. And if that's the case, what's going to happen is if you want to do any reincarnation, you might potentially have to use your extra Mind Spears for other characters, convert them into the universal Rainbow Mind Spear in order to use that for Lucio, which is obviously a really bad deal because I believe the conversion rate is something like 5-to-1, so it's not an ideal situation at all. I hope I'm wrong on this, because normally if they are going to give you a quest where you can get the Mind Spears through farming, they'll actually tell you in the quest description, and so far on this page there's no such description at all. So I'm a little bit worried. We'll have to find out next Tuesday. I'll be streaming, by the way, when the patch goes live, so look forward to that. Alright, moving on. Other than the Lucio quest, we also have, or rather, Lucio is actually getting one more upgrade on top of all the things we've mentioned so far, and that is with the new MR piece of equipment, the new MR equipment, Amulet of Light. So this is the new equipment that's being rolled out as part of the new EX Quest for Another Story Chapter 2 Scene 3. So you need to clear Chapter 2 Scene 3 to unlock this EX Quest. And once you do, as per usual, you'll be able to farm for the recipes to make the equipment. At this point in time, we don't know what the effects of the Amulet of Light will do. So stay tuned, I'll let you guys know again once next Tuesday rolls around. Now, other than this quest, there's actually one more quest that they're adding, and this is an EX Quest, EX Quest 2 to the old event quest. I believe it's called the Ancient Tome of Leonis. And so you have to actually unlock the quest through the Farplane archives, and once you do, you'll be able to gain access to the new EX Quest 2, which will allow you to farm, I believe, farm for Mind Spears for Sylma, the free lightning unit, as well as recipes for Magician's Habit. let me read here. Let me check if it actually says that you can farm Sylma's Mind Spears, you know, through the quest itself. Okay, so it says here that you will be able to get Sylma's Mind Spears from the quest, but it doesn't say if it's a mission quest thing or if you are able to farm repeatedly. So I guess we'll have to confirm this again next Tuesday as well. But that's it for all the EX quests. There's one more thing we gotta talk about for the new content coming out next Tuesday, and it's to do with the main story in World of Visions. There's going to be a new scene in the, what do you call it, World of Visions main story part 3. So I know some of you guys are sensitive to spoilers, so here is officially your spoiler warning. I'm going to talk about the latest developments in the main story in World of Visions JP in 3, 2, and 1. So the new scene that is going to be added to World of Visions JP next Tuesday is going to be main story part 3, chapter 1, scene 3. And in this scene, we're going to see a continuation of the struggle between Glaciala's forces and the forces that want to continue with the royal succession in Wezet. So, to be honest, I haven't finished reading scene 2, so I'm not too sure how the fight is going on. But what you need to know is that when you reach part 3, a big part of the story will revolve around Glaciala being called back to Wezet to settle the struggles over there, and these are basically the people that Glaciala is fighting with. So I'll just leave it at that, and then on top of that, it seems like we'll also get to see some scenes featuring the new Wingstern, Seymour, and the duel of Renel and Melnia. So I'm not too sure about that because, like I told you earlier, I haven't actually fully caught up to the main story in JP. I'm gonna do that over the weekend, and yeah, it should be quite exciting to see what this new scene will bring to us. Now, next Tuesday when the patch goes live, I'm going to stream on YouTube. All of the new stuff you've read about over here. I will not actually be playing the story chapter live on stream on YouTube, however, because I feel like it's a little bit boring to watch, and you know, there are people who are concerned about spoilers, so I will not be doing that. But I will definitely be trying to get my Lucio to level 140 as quickly as possible. We're going to explore all of the upgrades for the units that have got their master ability to, as well as the Dream Enhancements. I do have all of the past Crystal Warriors, so it's going to be interesting to see if anything changes in the meta. We're going to, of course, do some arena as per usual. Next week is going to actually be quite a crazy week in arena because it's the limited title arena fight. So I look forward to seeing what kind of crazy solid compositions other JP players are going to be able to come up with. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I definitely hope you join me on stream next Tuesday. I haven't decided what time I will begin, but once I've decided, I will basically schedule a YouTube live stream next Tuesday, and you'll be able to see it as long as you're a subscriber to my YouTube channel. So once again, let me click on the right thing here. If you don't see it on YouTube, on the YouTube front page, you can find my scheduled live stream here on the subscription page, or you can just come over to my YouTube channel page and go to the live section, and you should see the scheduled live stream for next week. Alright, so that's all for the video this time. I've talked a whole lot for almost, well, for quite a lot of time now. So I'm gonna end the video here. I look forward to seeing some of you guys on my live stream next week. And until then, I guess I'll see you guys next time.